Hi, Seth here again. In the last section, we introduced AWS Elastic Beanstalk and talked about some of the features that you have with the service. In this section, we will get into more detail about how Elastic Beanstalk works. To do this, we'll look at the parts of an Elastic Beanstalk application first, and then we'll look into the types of environments that can be launched with Elastic Beanstalk. When building an Elastic Beanstalk application, there are several parts and some terminology that need to be configured and understood. To start with, when we talk about the Elastic Beanstalk application, we're not just referring to your source code. The application for Elastic Beanstalk is the collection of the Elastic Beanstalk components, including your source code, versions, environments, and environment configurations. Essentially, in Elastic Beanstalk, an application is just an organizational tool to help you group together all of the components utilized for your launch. The environment includes the EC2 instances where your source code will be deployed and the other AWS resources utilized. To specify what resources will be supporting your application, you select the specific environment tiers, whether web or worker environments, that will be launched by Elastic Beanstalk. Further configurations to your environment can also be achieved by creating or modifying configuration templates through the Elastic Beanstalk command line utilities. The last part of the Elastic Beanstalk application that we want to discuss here is the actual source code. When considering the source code in Elastic Beanstalk, there are actually two areas you need to be mindful of. The first is the actual source code you've developed. This is actually very simple to handle with Elastic Beanstalk. To give your source code to Elastic Beanstalk, all you have to do is bundle the code into a zip file and either upload it directly to the Elastic Beanstalk service or upload to AWS S3 and direct Elastic Beanstalk to your bucket location containing your bundled source code zip file. The second area concerning your source code is the platform needed for your source code to run. The platform selection tells Elastic Beanstalk what dependencies and supporting tools need to be installed onto the EC2 instances. Essentially, it prepares the instances for installation. To review, the parts of an Elastic Beanstalk application are 1. The application details, such as the application versions and environment variables. 2. The environment and its configuration. And 3. The source code bundled into a zip file. When it comes to the aforementioned environment tiers, you have two categories to work with, worker and web server. The worker environment allows you to launch an instance or instances in single or multiple availability zones, and the ability to create a queue for the instances to read from and put to. The web server environment also gives the same options with the availability zones, but grants the ability to create an elastic load balancer to distribute traffic across your EC2 instances. Both environments give you the ability to launch your Elastic Beanstalk application into its own network, or you can create a VPC and subnets to be utilized specifically for your application's use. Additionally, you can choose to add scaling and create back-end databases. That's it for this section. Here, we've looked at the parts of an Elastic Beanstalk application, as well as the different types of environment tiers you can select from. In the next section, we'll look at a demonstration of what working with Elastic Beanstalk looks like in the AWS Management Console. See you soon.